Republicans on Capitol Hill than has been publicly revealed so far. And you don't have to have the best sources possible on Capitol Hill to know that. It's not just Congressman Bacon of Nebraska, who's a regular open critic of the administration. Many people who are fully supportive of the president under most circumstances are wondering what, if anything, Congress can and should do about this. We'll talk about that in a moment. But there's nothing on their formal agenda today that I know of relating to tariffs. They're hearing from the head of the U.S. hearing from the U.S. Trade Representative, both the House and the Senate later in the week. But you can bet that this is what reporters will be asking about. And this is a big topic of conversation, including how it relates to reconciliation. As you know, I think this makes it more likely they'll pass it. However, there's some indications that this is causing so much upset that it may cut the other way. We shall see. So, gentlemen,
I will tell you that this first vote that the House has to take this week is going to be telling.
Yeah,
Jamming them on the Senate budget, which is not the most conservative thing I've seen, is not going to be easy. I know the president's willing to make calls, but I actually think this is going to be the first big test. I get it. If I were a House member, I'd be pissed at having to swallow this thing. It sucks. It's not conservative. And I, in some ways, I hope they do fight back.
yeah, and they'll push that vote probably till Thursday would be my guess because they need some time to figure it out. Look, I think right now I agree with what you said, but I think right now they're missing about 20, maybe about 20 people who they can't count on, and they're just going to have to gather them all up and
Yeah,
we'll
but you
see.
know as well as
and
I
I
do, you
think
start
it's
with
important.
20 and you go like, hey guys, the vote's tomorrow, and it goes down to 12, and then
Yeah,
hey, it's in 5 minutes. But I think there's 4, 5 solid folks. And
I
granted, he
agree.
got 2 more, but the guys the Andy Harris's of the world don't just roll over. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I think this is not going to be the standard, yeah, I think that 20 goes to 6 quick, but the 6, probably more like the 4, are not guys that are going to roll.
Yeah,
And
but
and
they
it's
just
important
need to
to
get half of
say,
them. Go ahead,
it's
Dan.
important to say the reason they are upset is because I keep saying this for all of you on here who talk about debt and deficit, the Senate bill is a joke.
Yes.
You are it's going to add about 5 to 7 trillion in the debt and deficit.
Well, but more on my end,
Just leave it at that.
I would just say this. I'm less concerned about the current policy and more that there's not enough cutting of the spending. It's insane.
Because you're going to add to the debt.
Yeah.
It's just a joke.